What's good, beautiful people? The Black Thumb here, and today we are doing a little bit of orchid shopping. So I thought it would be cool if I brought you all along with me and kind of give you some thoughts and take you behind the curtain as to what I'm thinking about and what I'm looking for when I'm shopping for orchids. So today we're here at Lowe's and we are going to see what Lowe's has to offer. So let's check it out.
So when you're shopping for orchids, what should we look for to know that it's a healthy and thriving orchid?
So this is a great question. So there are a few things that you want to look for. Number one, obviously, you want to look at the blooms. Do the blooms, kind of tickle your fancy, so to speak, or do they catch your eye? Is it something that you think would translate well in your home? And so that's kind of above the surface. And then you want to look below the surface. So you want to look at the leaves, you want to look at the root system, and make sure there aren't any pests or any signs of bacteria or fungus or mold, those types of things. And then the other thing is you want to look for what type of orchid is going to be the best for your orchid parenting style. So there are some orchids that need a little more water and need a little more attention. And then there are other orchids that can go without attention for a little bit longer and for longer stretches. And so you want to kind of craft your shopping experience around, number one, what's gonna fit in your home environment. Number two, what's going to fit aesthetically in your home environment. And number three, you want to make sure that the orchid is healthy overall before you take it home. So let's run through it. Let's see how we do it in practice, okay? Okay, so let's take a look at a few examples that we have here. So obviously this is the Phalaenopsis orchid section for Lowe's, and it's pretty popping. Like, we've got lots of different colors. We've got lots of different sizes and shapes. We've got lots of different size pots. So there's a lot of variety here so that you can kind of find what's going to work best in your home, or if you're gifting it to a friend, kind of knowing what their space looks like and kind of knowing what they can handle. So what I like about some of the arrangements is, number one, you get 3 for the price of 1, right? So you got this really, really small one, then you've got like this medium-sized one, and then you've got one that's a little bit larger. Now, what I will say is that you get something like this, you can expect to spend a fair amount, I imagine. So let's see, what is the price on this? Yeah, so this is $45. Whereas if you were to get something like this, which is just as beautiful and just as big, and you still get a 2 for the price of 1 with an extra plant, this one here is only $27. So you kind of have to understand what your budget is and kind of go from there. But more importantly, you really want to assess the overall health and wellness of the orchid. And so I like to start with the buds and the flowers. So are the flowers looking good? Are they nice and firm? Are they showing signs of already wilting? Also, do they have any bugs? So you want to look in between the flowers. You want to look behind the flowers in this area here, because all of this is going to give you really good information on whether or not this orchid is healthy. Then from there, you want to work your way down to the leaves, and you want to look and see, are there any signs of disease on the leaves? Are there any pests or bugs that are happening? So like you can see here, we've got a little yellowing of the leaves. So right now it's kind of hard to suss out whether or not this is just some natural yellowing of the leaves, or if there could be a larger problem, like this potting media could be too wet causing this area to rot a little bit. So these are things that you want to think about. And then the last thing you want to look at is the root system. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know that we're going to be able to assess any of the root systems in these pots, because most of these pots are not see-through. But what you can do is you can kind of pull the potting media back and just kind of see, okay, all right, so we've got a new root growing here. We've also got a pretty well-established root system that you can see through here. And so those are really kind of the basics and the fundamentals of what you're gonna do when you are assessing whether or not an orchid is healthy or not. Now, the next thing you have to decide is, okay, how big do I wanna go? And so that's where thinking about, do you want the trilogy, or do you just want one that's by itself but still super beautiful and has a lot of impact and a lot of wow factor in your home? And then one of the things that I would absolutely kind of think about, and here's a clear example of an orchid that I would not take home, or if I did take it home, I would basically demand that I pay less for it. This one here. So we've got a few things wrong with this one. So clearly the flowering spike has broken, but it's still attached. So this is quite the yellow flag. And then I would say where I would also think about, this is probably not the right orchid for me, is notice that these buds are shriveled. And not just these here, but all of these over here. So this orchid is in the process of going through bud blast, which can be an indicator of health. It also could be an indicator that this orchid is not quite used to this environment, or the environmental conditions changed quickly. And so these buds aren't gonna make it. Now, again, you have two other orchids in this arrangement. So my thought is this is a damn near $50 arrangement. You might be able to get it at a discounted price and you still get two fairly healthy, fairly good looking orchids, and you have one kind of project orchid that you can work on and kind of play around with and maybe do some experiments with. All right, so what if you come across an orchid that looks like this, where it's clearly doing very well? We've got so many leaves. It has yet to drop a lot of these older leaves or these more mature leaves. We also have two flowering spikes coming out of the same one, which is also like kind of cool. I'll be honest with you, I haven't grown two flowering spikes at the same time from an orchid. So I don't know what that says about me or the orchids that I have, but whatever. But a couple of things. Number one, we have one flowering spike that is kind of coming towards the end of flowering, but then it also drops or grew a new offshoot, which is going to extend that flowering cycle, which is great. And then we've got another side here where the flowers look really beautiful. And actually this orchid reminds me of an orchid I used to have called Lemon Drop. So I'm getting a little nostalgic right now. I'm just talking about this orchid. But then we have all of these air roots here that are growing outside of the pot. We also have good air roots growing beneath the pot, or good roots growing beneath the pot. And so this to me tells me that number one, this orchid is fairly healthy. I don't see any pests or anything around the leaves. But this also tells me that this orchid is probably ready for a repot. But one of the things that's preventing this orchid from being repotted is the fact that there are still so many leaves that are growing where all of these new roots are growing. So if you were to purchase this orchid, you can still repot it if you'd like, but there's still a barrier to how deep you can pot this orchid. One of the things that you could do is you could probably cut the leaves off. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that because that just could increase the risk of your orchid developing disease or some form of rot, especially if you're going to then put that orchid deep in a pot and have wet or moist potting media around it. So I think this is great to take home, but it's kind of a mixed bag. We've got some flowers that are kind of at the end of their life cycle. You've got a really great root system. You don't have any leaves that are, that look bad or look unhealthy or have any pest. So overall, I'd take this home, but let's see what the price is on this for $24. Maybe. Okay, so if I'm being honest, like, I don't really shop at this rack first. I like to go to the clearance rack first. So let's see what Lowe's has to offer on the clearance rack. And then we'll talk through some of the things that we see there. And then we'll go from there. All right, let's do it. All right, so this is my favorite place in Lowe's to shop, and it is the clearance rack. And here's why. Because here's the deal. Everything is about 50% off in some situations. So let's take a look at what the clearance rack has to offer. And as you can see, we have a litany of orchids, all in various stages of their development and flowering cycles that we can take a look at. So the rules are the same. So we want to look at the flowers. We want to look and check for pests or anything that might be wrong with them. And then from there, we want to look at the leaves, and then we want to look at the root system and see what we got. So let's start with this one here. So this one here it's $21. So half of that would be, or $22. So this is an $11 orchid. But as you can see, the flowers are starting to droop and they're falling off. But you've got really good leaves. And if I'm being honest, it's really kind of hard to assess the root system, but we do have enough that I would feel comfortable or confident that we could continue to get this orchid to grow and thrive. Again, I don't see any pests or any bugs or anything that gives me pause or concern with how the leaves are looking. We do have a little bit of yellowing starting to happen here, but I don't think that this is something that I would be overly concerned about if I was going to purchase this orchid. I don't even know what to do with this one. My goodness. So yeah, so as you can see, we've got multiple flowering opportunities for this orchid here. This was probably the original flowering spike. And obviously we've gotten lots of blooms that eventually came and died off. But we also got reblooms here as well. And so again, we're going to look at everything. So we're going to check the flowers, and the flowers do have these little black spots on them. It's kind of hard. You got to kind of come in a little tighter. So I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know exactly what that is, but I don't feel good about it. And then we look at the leaves, and as you can see, the leaves are super droopy. They're very flimsy. They feel leathery, which to me says that this orchid is a little bit dehydrated. And then we look at the roots that we actually have access to. Very similar, shriveled, kind of don't look super healthy. So even though this orchid is huge and these blooms are super big and impactful, this is probably one I'm going to leave on the rack and let someone else take a chance on this. In a previous life, I would have probably bought this no problem, sight unseen, but being a little bit more selective now that, I got a shit ton of orchids out. All right, y'all. So we are going to finish up with this one because we are saving the best for last. So this, again, from the clearance rack, this one is $22. So it's probably going to be about $11 once we get this one. So again, what I love about this orchid is, number one, all of the flowers look very clean. They look very healthy. And we have a little surprise. It is still in bloom. So we've got a couple of new buds that are starting to grow. So my hope is that these buds will eventually become beautiful flowers and continue to contribute to the overall beauty in the world that we love so much from orchids. Now, moving down to the leaves, nice and firm. You really want that rebound. These down here are a little bit more flimsy, but I'm not as concerned about that. There also is no evidence of pest or any other disease or anything like that. And then we'll pull it out to assess the root system. And again, there's not much to see on the sides, but what we can see is what's happening right there at the top. And this all looks pretty solid to me. So I would say this is a 10 out of 10 for a clearance rack find. The fact that you still have all the blooms for the most part, or it's missing a few blooms, but most of the blooms are still there, with the opportunity to get more blooms, no pests, no diseases, and a solid root system. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and scoop this one up. So yeah, so that is my process of how I look for and shop for orchids to determine if they are healthy enough and well enough to come home with me. So I hope this video was helpful. If so, go out and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like, share, and comment. And let me know what you're looking for and how you shop for orchids and what things have worked for you. And obviously, if you always have questions, don't be afraid to reach out. And with that being said, I hope that helps and your orchids keep blowing.